400 meters from my house and showed a place where the fencing wire was cut. There was a dispute because there was no entry, only one place. So my workers wanted to know whether this was an exit or it was the entry point. Waigo did not want to argue, so he left. So I dispute that the animals did not pass there. He merely went a night before to cut the wire to prove his case.
But why would they want to do that? Why would they want to tarnish your name?
The reason is simple and clear. On 12 December 1999 at Nyayo Stadium, Nairobi, the president said, if animals are stolen, where the footmarks disappear, the security forces will arrest animals that can be found within that area. Again, he repeated the same at Marigat, the Malay Primary School on 22nd December. So the police wanted to test whether the president would do something against Lotoro.
So they were testing the president's courage to sack you?
Yes. Not only to sack, even arrest and charge and confiscate my animals. That's what they wanted.
Then there's also this public image. You must be aware of it. So many people say Lotoro either bankrolls cattle rustling or he approves of it. Are you a cattle rustler, Mr.
I'm not a cat rustler. I don't support it. Last year, but 1999, I held several barasas in West Pokot. I held several barasas in East Pokot, and even crossed East Pokot into Samburu district. I do not know of a minister from cattle rustling area who has done what I've done. I do not know why Kenyans don't appreciate what I've done. I have gone to the extent of saying, if there is anybody who can prove in a court of law that I support cattle rustling, and in fact I take part in cattle stealing, let that person go to court and prove it. They have not done it.
Recently, another newspaper reported, I think a monthly, reported that only Lotoro can end cattle rustling. Why do people think you're responsible for cattle rustling?
No, they know it is impossible. It is not possible for one person to end cattle rustling. The so-called elders in any community, because the children, the boys who steal are theirs. If they can stop their children, then cattle rustling can come to an end. But not Lotoro, not any leader. Why don't they talk about Mali in Garissa? The same problem is there as he succeeded.
So why do you think the Pokot especially have acquired such a notorious name as the chief cattle rustlers in Kenya?
Well, I think Pokot do not go to media when their cattle are stolen, either by Karamoja, by Sebe, by Turkana, by Samburu. They don't go to media. Others, like Marakwet, go to media. So, people who are not close to us, those in Nakuru, Nairobi, think we are cattle rustlers. We also suffer from cattle rustling from our neighbors. I believe you have been to Kachaliba, and it's not 4 days ago when 17 people were killed.
Yes, I've been there.
And so I think because from the place where these people were murdered is near Kapenguria, they reported rather than reporting to Entebbe. There are no reporters there.
Okay, now, what can we do? What is it that is possible to do in order to control or at least reduce cattle rustling to minimal levels among the pastoralist communities?
Well, it is not an easy thing. One thing is to open up industries, factories in various places. But this is something that cannot be done by a government. Government cannot open up a factory. It's done by companies or individuals. So if this can be done, then people can be employed. These idle fellows can be employed by those companies, and as such, the thieves would become fewer, and therefore cattle rustling becomes very minimal.
Since people think you are the undisputed leader of the Pokot people, and they probably believe that the Pokot listen to you a lot, what would be your message to those who are still engaging in cattle rustling?
I am an undisputed leader in West Pokot, but in every community you have somebody who is not disputed. If you go to Kambani, there are quite a number of MPs. There must be one who is more trusted than others. The same to Luoland, the same to Kikuyu. Kibaki is there, Raila is there. Some years back we had late Muliro. So there's nothing wrong for a community to respect their leader. But asking young people to do away with this old practice, as time goes on, people change. It may not be true that I have 100% of people trust me, they vote me in, they believe what I tell them. Maybe 75. The rest, 25, don't like me, they hate me, and these are the guys. So not everybody will listen to me. Not every Pokot will say, well, Dr. has said this practice should end, and it comes to an end, just like that. No, it's not possible. I have repeatedly asked them to do away with this whole practice, do some business. We have enough cows. They can buy and take them to Pumula in Busia, Bakoretkon in Nairobi, and the sheep to Limuru. Well, some do this sort of business, but a number are still there.
So why do you think it is? Why do you think they listen to you so much? What is it you tell them? Why do they trust you and respect you so much? Yet they have so
Farida, I am a honest man. I believe I am. I tell them when they tell me we don't have a dispensary, we don't have a road, we don't have a cattle dip, we don't have a school, I tell them the government cannot do all this. There are some you have to do yourself. Cattle dip, we don't have money set aside for constructing cattle dips all over. So you do that for yourself. Putting up a primary school, we don't have funds set aside for that. That has been left to the parents all over the Republic, not just West Pokot. They have to do it by themselves. The Kenya government will employ the teachers. Where we have very big school with quite a number of streams, the parents will employ some teachers. There are some who will be employed by TSC. So they trust me because I tell them, I don't cheat them. I tell them this is possible, this is not possible. The government is not just there for the Pokot. The government is there for 42 tribes in the Republic of Kenya.
When we went to Marangkut, we were speaking to some people and they said that the reason why cattle rustling cannot end is because so many of the people who go to raid have firearms. Is it possible to disarm?
We have had, I think, 16 a number of army coming into, I mean, not a number of army, but army have come into West Pokot to disarm people 16 times. this has proved to be a total failure. They take 400 firearms within that period, maybe 7 days or 14 days. Within 14 days, there are 700 guns, so it's just a useless exercise. It is not something that government can do in one community. If you disarm, say, Marakwet, the Pokot are not disarmed, then the next thing, as soon as the army carrying operation in Marakwet go, these people will be there, slaughtering everybody. If you do that to Pokot, the next thing, Karamojo or Turkana will set their feet in. So it is not a solution. We don't have enough personnel to carry an operation in Turkana. Turkana is 1/3 of the Rift Valley. Because of the terrain, because of the environment, hostile environment, heat, it's not just possible. You can have all the army, all the units there, will not succeed.
So what can we do? Do we just give up and say, okay, we are unable?
Well, in Uganda, everybody who had a gun when Museveni took over the government from Amin, they registered whoever had a firearm was asked to come with it. His name was taken, the number of the gun was taken, and each person possessing a gun was warned, should anything happen in your area, you will be held responsible. Well, to some extent, they have conducted themselves very good. It's only in the northern part of Uganda where we still have a problem, and this is where Alice Lakwena comes from. And this area touches Sudan where the government doesn't exist. So I think the government, Kenya government, should try what I've just said. Register all the guns, the owners of the guns, and we see how far we can go. And if government is able to borrow army from other countries to cover the same day, I think 16 districts or 17, that's from Lamu, Tana River, moving to West Pokot, covering north and northeastern, or 16, 17 districts. One day, disarm everybody with the sophisticated detectors, because some might bury in the sand. If they have equipment to detect, get them out, we might succeed. But then